that setup. Let's change things around a little bit. Move this over here. Changing things a little bit because we have a new camera setup. And I'm being very rude and eating while I set up here. So hello everyone for Drawing Inward for today. I was not able to draw last week because I was on a business trip. I actually tried to bring the materials for it but could not. I was actually feeling terrible that Monday. Feeling under the weather, so that did not work out. But we're back today with some drawing practice, and today I now have the camera all set up in a more or less straight down position. So if I do some line reps, just to get back into the swing of things, yeah, that feels good. Just to remind myself of what a pencil feels like in my hands. There we go. Get a few circles in, a few lines, and see where we go here. And then I think today, because I just got back from watching Mirai, or Mirai of the Future, or Mirai no Mirai, Mamoru Hosoda's latest film. This should allow, whoa. I'm going to do some, as you can see over there, some Sadamoto fan art. Of some of Yoshiyuki Sadamoto's stuff. Might be a little loud here. You might be hearing some sounds, and actually you can see some of the LED back there. Got some 3D prints going. Which reminds me. We're okay so far. I have one print on a roll that's a little low. I want to make sure it is able to print with the remainder of that roll and not stop halfway through. That would kind of suck. Okay, so I'm going to do some drawing here of, I believe that's Natsuki from Summer Wars. Definitely looks like Natsuki. So, let me pull up the drawing itself, do a little playing around here with that expression. So we have this. Where should we start? I think I'm going to start with the nose. And then the eye. So it's a very curved eye. Perhaps a little more curved than that, actually. And then one way over here. So we have the curve like that. Perhaps even, again, a little more curved. And then that little notch there. And then we have the checkmark nose. The smile. Something like that. As usual, I made it way too big for the page, but then we have the eyebrows, kind of like that. Eyebrow coming up like that. And then the hair coming down in these big old pieces that comes around. Oops, actually doesn't even curve. Comes around like this. And then let's give her a head. That comes in actually pretty close. And then right about there, it comes down like this. And then comes in, and then comes up. Let's give her eyes, pupils. Big old pupils. That's about right. Actually, it looks a little bit more like the girl from Summer Wars in this one. And then her hair comes down like this in a big old curve. And then a thing here. Even a little bigger, actually. Go down like that. Then we see a bit of her ear. Right about there-ish. Oops, that's a bit too much of the ear, I think. So we'll see just a little bit of that. And then we have this come up here. Whoops, this come up here. And then it comes down like this. And then up like this. And then a little dab. And then the other big thing of hair coming down like that, more or less like that. Not too bad. Her face is a little wide, but it's not the worst thing in the world, as I wont to say. And we will curve that. A bit more there. Her shoulder's actually like right there. Too high. Shoulder comes up to about there. Boy, these curves are terrible. And so we'll have her hair come down like this maybe, and curve in. No, the shoulder should be closer. Okie doke. Shoulder comes like this, I think. Yeah. And the hair kind of curves in like this, and then curves down to curve around, kind of like that. Okay. Yeah. Face is kind of wide. The hair comes up and back down. Actually more like that. And just kind of curves in. Oops. There we go. Don't really see the other side of it. I'm just going to kind of guess that it comes down more or less like this. And then we have this little bit of hair there. It'll come around and up. Yeah, I went way too big on the on that, but that's okay. So let's just practice. I'm actually not terrified of the idea of inking this. Let's get the shapes better. Again, it's sort of a wide wide thing, but and then he does these little things here just to kind of give it the sense of that line. That's interesting. Okay. Let's play around with this. So we have a kind of a thin line. Like that. That's a very weird line. Like this. And it kind of comes Over like this, and then down, and then across. Just gonna try that. And then we have the inside, which we will go ahead and ink. There's a bit more here. That's nice. I'll give her her nose. Should be more of this. I think. That little line there. That. Let's start on that. Those eyes. So I want this to come up more rounded. More like that. And then let's do those pupils. It is surprisingly difficult to fix mistakes in the inking. Again, we want this a fairly wide curve. I do tend to pretty much follow the lines when I ink. Just not good at fixing things at that stage of seeing like, oh yeah, that should go over here. Alright, and then we have our circle up there, circle up there, and then we'll do, you know, we want the pupil in the middle, pupil in the middle, and then we more or less fill the top there with black. Let's do that right now, because I do like that. Do like that look. Sadamoto has this interesting thing with his art where he has sort of a softness on some of his lines. I'm not sure how he gets that. Could just be technique. Could be his brushes. Could be his how he does stuff. Who knows? Hello, Jonah Arts. It's called drawing inward because for me, it is a very internal process. Something you got to think about, and you got to internalize. And it's a bit of a pun. So let's ink a little more. I do like these eyes, just in general. I do like this this approach to doing these very simple eyes. All right, let's do some hair. I do want this hair to come down further. That's the case where I am gonna kind of fix that, if you will. And this comes up here. Wow, really screwing the pooch on some of these lines. And then this comes over like that. Definitely need more practice. This looks about right. And that's why I'm doing this tonight, because I need practice. And we have this one that comes down like this, and then actually comes up, but then it comes kind of around like that. And this, don't like this wedge shape, so I'm gonna make it a little more delicate. There. Ugh. Okay. Let's give her a face. I think she deserves a cheek. Yeah, I'm really messing up these lines. Oh well. Very sensitive brush. I'm just not doing it well. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, my hands are shaking. Could also just be that my hands are shaking, as opposed to anything else. You know, as opposed to lack of skill. Couldn't possibly be lack of skill, right? That's inconceivable. Okay. And then again, we'll tuck her ear in a little bit more. Okay. And then give her a neck. That's a better line. Starting to get there. Yeah, I think I needed more food. Ooh, look at that. My hands are literally trembling. Okay. So I'm going to continue inking this, and then that might have to be it for tonight because I just cannot draw. I can't ink, and my drawing skills are also clearly suffering. Yeah, that's not great. Okay. I'm just gonna make this happen. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a mess. Again, I think this is also, to a certain extent, practice, but I need something better than this. Do something really nice. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So you see how these lines are very uneven. That's what I'm talking about. Like it's really, really obvious. Let's give her. Does he draw? He kind of does, kind of doesn't. So we'll give her eyebrows. That'll help. And yeah, we'll have these go there. Good. Okay. Pull in a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. We'll give her also her little clavicles. That's really off, but whatever. Okay. Like I said, not bad. She gets a little nostril there. We'll put in those little dots. Just kind of get a bit of an idea of her eyes. And that's about it. Interesting. So it looks like he does. Do you think a gray marker? Looks like. And fills in. Yeah, I think so. And he leaves a little bit of it uncolored. So we'll give that a try. I'm going to fill in the rest of her eyes in gray. Because it looks like that's what Sadamoto does. A little bit. And this one is filled in entirely. Okay. Surprisingly hard to get it all gray. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, there's that little white. That might be like a scan mark or something. I'm gonna fill all that in, I think. Almost all the way in. Yeah. Okay. So there's our character. Oops. Wrong nib, wrong end. Very simple art. Interesting, there are no little lashes to indicate she's a gal. Oh, there's a little, we want a little curl here. Actually, I want to do a little bit more here. Because he has very thick lines. I want to try to mimic that for the side of the face. And coming down here. There's probably a reason for that. And while I'm doing so, I can hopefully even out some of these lines. And we want this much thicker down here, which also gives the impression of shadow. Here, do that. It's nice. Same thing here. The very thick lines for that. The only places where he's been really heavy with lines. A little heavier here as well. So let's do that. Yeah, helps a little bit. Again, that could just be him playing around too with stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'll live with that. And now, the magic. We erase the lines. And suddenly, it looks all nice and clean and clear. And it's almost like we did all this on purpose. Almost like we try not to wrinkle the paper as we do it. It's always frustrating when you accidentally wrinkle things up. And there are a few things here which should scan out. Some slight markings and rubbings and such. Have to clean up. But all in all, there's our drawing. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. I have got an early day tomorrow at work. There's the camera. So that's going to have to be it for tonight for drawing inward. But I am planning on chugging forward with this in the coming weeks and do some more fan art and maybe to start doing some original characters soon. I just have not had the time because of work stuff, which is now over. So that's the plan, and we'll be doing more drawing, more fun stuff. So that's it for this week. I know it's a short one, but we'll be doing more in the future. No worries. So until next week, draw something.